Good afternoon, guys. Welcome to E-Bike Nation. Hey, we are headed to the park. Today we are riding my Lectric XP Trike. I'm going to ride a series of trikes here. I rode another one earlier today, the HJM tri-hauler. Went up to the grocery store with it, and now we're on the Lectric XP, and we're probably going to do a 12 to 13 mile ride on it. An absolutely gorgeous day out here today. Tomorrow is election day. Everybody get out and vote. I guess almost half the nation's already been out to vote with early voting and mail-ins. I always like to wait till election day before I go vote. I guess I'm just an old traditionalist. Lunch with me today. Got my drones with me today. Got my backpack in the rear cargo area today. But you guys can just see how smooth this thing rides. I'm in pedal assist 4 right now, doing about almost 14 miles per hour. I'll probably ride some, I'll cruise some, and we'll do a little drone footage if it's not too windy. It's really windy out here today. I don't know how them drones are going to handle that today. Yeah, I've had the Lectric out. I got 29 miles in on it so far. It's been a great trike. I've had 0 issues with this trike. Of all 3 trikes that I ride, I rode all of them now pretty extensively. Not this one so much, because I just got it in last week or a couple weeks ago. But this one's at the top of the list. I really can't compare this one to the HJM tri-hauler, because that is a faster trike, 1,000-watt motor, and a lot of torque, and it's got a torque sensor on it. So I really can't compare that against the HJM, but I can compare it against the Mooncool TK1. And so far, I really like the Lectric. Now, the speed on this one will do about 13 to 6 to 14 miles per hour. That's as fast as it'll go. But the Mooncool will only do 15.5, so you're only talking about a mile per hour difference in the two. But what I really love about Lectric is the customer service. It's phenomenal. I had a couple fenders that were rubbing on the back tire, and I think it was just something I didn't want to bend the arms on it in order to get it off the wheel or the tire. So I went ahead and reached out to Lectric, and I had new fenders within 2 weeks, or less than a week. About a week to get them new fenders in. And I have not put them on the trike yet, but I'll do a short video of that. But right now I've got the fenders off the wheels, so I don't hear any noise right now. But I will do a video on that for you guys. Still got a little squeal in that front rotor. Got a little, get some rubbing alcohol on that and clean that rotor. Maybe spray some brake cleaner down in the calipers to stop that from getting dirt and stuff in there. But you guys can definitely not hear the motor hardly run on this thing at all. And I love the cruise on this as well. All you do is hold the throttle down, get up to your desired speed, which I'll show you here, and then hold the minus button down till you see the cruise right there come on, and you're cruising. So yeah, you can see it right there. So I highly recommend you guys look at Lectric's products. Rather it be an e-bike or an e-trike. I'm gonna go ahead and come off cruise here. All you gotta do is touch the brake and you're back to pedaling again. But just with Lectric's customer service alone, I think that it's a better choice than any other trike company out there, because most of these people you're talking to are overseas in China or Taiwan or somewhere like that. They're on the opposite end of the time zone that we are. Lectric's out of Phoenix, Arizona, and a buddy of mine got to visit there, and he said it was a phenomenal operation. They're the fastest growing e-bike company in the world. I think in the last 5 years, and I did the calculations, I think they have sold about 700 to 800 million dollars in sales in the last 5 years. Pretty impressive, guys. So they're doing something right. And believe it or not, this is the lowest priced trike of the three that I own. Right. Couple fat tire e-bikes right there. And again, I love this because it's got the voltage. I love that more than anything on this trike. I think all e-bikes and trikes ought to have it on their bikes. I don't believe in them bars up there because they're just not correct. Or they're not accurate, shall we say. So I love riding in voltage on the display. But right now we're going to go back to the trip mileage. I got my phone in my pocket today. I didn't want to put the phone mount on it today. I just wanted to get out and ride so you guys can hopefully see the display. There's that squeak in that tire, or that brake. I'll get that fixed. Hope you guys have had a good weekend. Let me know what you guys ride as far as e-bikes or trikes. Put it down in the comment section. There's not much on this e-trike that I don't like. I would like to see it be a little faster. I would like to see most trikes be up around 20 miles per hour. And even the Mooncoil TK1's topped out at 15.5. And this one's right at 14. But I know they certainly had safety in mind for seniors when they engineered this trike. But it's got two great cargo areas on it. Yeah, if you just want to get out and cruise to the grocery store or pharmacy or doctor's appointment, this is your trike to do that. Now if that woman back there would have had a trike, she could have had them groceries right on this thing. There's a Kroger store up here not too far, and sure that's where she's coming from, so that's a pretty good walk where she's coming from. Starting to look like fall now. Got a few more weeks of this nice weather and then it'll start turning south. But for you guys, I'll be riding my all my e-bikes and my trikes all winter long. I only got a couple in the rafters, and I will be keeping all three of my trikes in rotation in the winter time. I'm kind of interested to see how they do in the winter. See how much slipping and sliding we have on it. I won't be riding in the ice, but if we just got snow cover, I'm going to be riding my trikes and my e-bikes. That way you guys can get a good idea of battery degradation on the bikes. That's unusual to get a clear opening like that. That just usually does not happen. This little route's been pretty much my favorite than having to go up the hill and up into the bike trail towards Xenia, which is a town within 15 miles of us here. And there's so many people on that trail anymore. But this one here, I mean, it's not a whole lot of people use it. And then I've got the big park I can go to and do my drone coverage, and then I have to worry about people and cars and water and everything else. Or I could just go downtown, which is only another 2.5 miles from the park we're going to. Come about 4.2 miles now. Have not hardly consumed any battery whatsoever. I'm waiting on some cargo panniers to come in for my Huffy Beekeeper cargo bike. It's a very long cargo bike, and I'm waiting on some storage bags, or what we call panniers, so I can review them and go to the grocery store and things of that nature. So I'm looking forward to that. It's in process of heading this way now out of California. I think it's supposed to come in on Thursday. So I'll be getting a review out for that for you guys. Wind's going to be in my face coming back. I do know that. Kind of at my back right now. You guys can just see how smooth this thing rides on this trail. Again, there's no flexing issues, no tipping issues whatsoever. Now, I wouldn't want to go around a turn at 15 miles per hour. That would have some tipping issues for sure. I was trying to put a controller on a bike that was sent to me. I already did one video on it. I will not mention the company. But I'm pretty much having fits with them right now. I rode the bike, did one review on it, come back, charged it for the next day. All of a sudden, I go to power it on, and absolutely no power, not even in the display. Battery was fully charged. So the first thing I'm thinking, you know, it's probably a controller because I'm getting a lot of voltage on the battery. But what was odd, you're supposed to get about 54.6 volts on a 48 volt battery with a voltage meter. Well, I can only get 53.5. So I told the company, before you send me a controller, send the controller and a new battery as well, because it could be the BMS shut down on the battery. Even though you're showing 53.5 volts, if that BMS went bad in that battery, as soon as you put a load on it, which means as soon as you started riding it, you're going to have issues. Where the bike, but I couldn't even get the bike to come on. So I put the new controller in it, did not help it whatsoever. So I'm dealing with them right now. Waiting for them folks to give me a call with the guy I've been dealing with. I told him, I said, look, I told you to send the battery to begin with, so I don't have to wait 2 weeks to get a battery from you guys. And number two, I don't want to spend all my time and energies and frustration repairing that bike that should be brand new and have no issues. So I give him an option. I said, you can either send me a new bike or I'm going to review this one just as it is. And then he reached out and said, you know, we're going to have a customer service agent call you at this particular time, which is all day basically. Central Time here in the US. So I'm kind of interested to see what they have to say. But at this point, I'm not going to settle for anything less than a new e-bike. I made that clear to them. I've already had other bikes sent in to me in the past from them, and I had no issues. So I very well may be burning a bridge with this company, because I would never review this e-bike and recommend it to anybody if it's got these issues going on with it. I want to do as an honest review as I can. So I'll let you know how that all works out. Now, if I wind up keeping it and they're not going to do anything about it, me and a buddy of mine just going to do an upgrade on it. We're going to put a 62 volt battery on it, do all the wiring, and start over. So we're going to work on all that. So if I'm going to wind up keeping that bike and they're not going to do anything about it, I can't get the reviews out on the bike if it's broke. So I'll just do a mod video on upgrading the entire bike, because I really like the bike. It's really a cargo bike. I love it. But it's useless if it don't run. But if I don't hear from them today, I will get it. I will get that video out and not recommend this company whatsoever. So if they don't call me today, I'm not giving them another day. I'm not going to sit around and wait a week for them to decide to get back with me. That ain't going to happen. Yeah, the one review I put out on it, I had almost 5,000 views on it. The people were really liking it. But then all of a sudden, having all these issues on the second ride. Here's our spot. We'll pull off up over here, and we're going to get some drone coverage out on it, and a couple other things. All right, guys, let's talk about this beautiful Lectric XP Trike. I'm going to tell you what, I was so excited to get this thing and to review it, and I'm attached to it without a doubt. It is just a gorgeous trike. It is fundamentally sound as far as riding it. It's got great brakes, and let's just get into the bike and trike, and let's just talk about it a little bit. Alrighty, you got a 750 watt motor sitting in the back here. Make that a 500 watt, I'm sorry. 500 watt motor sitting in the back. It peaks at 1,000 watts. And this trike also has a 48 volt, 14 amp hour battery that sits behind the seat post. And that'll give you how much battery you got left here. I have noticed one thing. Once I take this thing off the charger, the control will not come on until I push this button after it's charged. I'm gonna check with Lectric and see if that's why it does that. I think it's probably normal, but I'm gonna check with them on that. This has got 20 by 2.6 inch tires, and this trike also has 180 millimeter rotors with hydraulic brakes. Very nice stopping power. This is a folding trike where you can actually fold it here and unfold it just by pushing this lever forward and fold the trike. And then you can also fold this down on the front stem to collapse the handlebars as well. It has also got pedal assist 1 through 5, as you guys can see here. As I'm going up and down on the controls, And the analytics shows that I've got trip A. It says 0.1 mile, but it reset itself after it went off. I've come about 6 miles so far. And there's your voltage. That is the best part of this display as far as I'm concerned. I don't trust those bars, but I do trust the voltage. It's also got your current amps, which you call it when you're riding. That'll go to 3, 4, something like that. It's also my time that I've been on the bike so far since I reset it is 10 minutes and 44 seconds. And then I've come about 21 total miles on the trike so far. So yeah, them are really good analytics for you guys. Your stem will also fold in here, or your handlebars, once you loose these 4 bolts. So if you want to do that, you can pull this back as well for comfort level. It's got a twist throttle on the right side of the cockpit. The wire management's done very well. They give you an extra wire if you want to put it on the front of the basket that comes with this. A lot of people tuck this into here. I don't like that because I want to be able to get to these things pretty simply. Your plugs and stuff. So I didn't really want to tuck that down in there. That's just preference on my part. It has got metal pedals. Very comfortable. It is also has a cadence sensor, of course, which I rode very comfortably on this thing at about 14 miles per hour. And it's also got your nice tail lights in the back here. And it's got brake lights, as you can see, which is very nice. And it's got this huge cargo area in the back here. Now, I have a basket that I put in there so I can put my backpack and some other things as well. And it's got plastic fenders. I'd rather have plastic than metal anyway, because I don't like those rusting on me down the road. I love this color on this. It's kind of like a metallic gray, but it's just beautiful. So yeah, that's a little bit about this, other than the seat posts adjust up and down here. Plenty of places for beverage holders here and here. Now this bike does not have suspension. It's got rigid forks, as you can see here. But I'll tell you, I did not feel too many bumps at all with that said. So anyway, yeah, I love this thing. As you can see, I got my lunch in here. I can put in the front here. And then, of course, I carry my backpack to put back here, and I can carry other things as well. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this thing. It's price right now, I think, at $14.99. I'll put a link for you down in the description box for you guys. And you can get out there and get you one of these. Now, I'll tell you, and they also have financing available for these things too, so keep that in mind if you're on a tight budget, but you really want an e-bike or trike. That way you can pick yourself one up with their financing that's available as well. So yeah, anyway, I want to thank you guys for sticking with me and let me review this thing for you. And yeah, share, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and we will see you guys on the next video.